Hello everyone, Richard Soto, VIP Realty. Today I'm in our corporate office in Dallas, Texas, and probably behind me you can almost see the Dallas skyline. On a clear day we can see the skyline, it's beautiful. Previously, before they bulldozed the old Cowboy Stadium, we had a great view of Las Colinas and the Cowboy Stadium as well from our office. However, it's now gone. Just wanted to quickly go into lead conversion. We get a lot of calls from realtors and brokerages from around the country, and they're always trying to pick our brain on how we do things. Lead conversion is extremely important. The majority of home buyers, as I like to tell my team, when they buy a home, it's a process, it's not an event. So no one's going to call VIP Realty today and say, I'd like to go look at some condos downtown Dallas and I want to spend $500,000. Before they get to that point, they think to themselves, am I ready to downsize? I want to live a maintenance-free lifestyle. What can I afford for $500,000? And that typically takes 3 to 6 months from the beginning to the end. And the good thing for VIP Realty anyway is most agents, I'd say 90% of realtors, if they get a lead like that, they automatically assume that lead's not motivated, they're tire kickers, they're not interested in buying a home, and that's great because we want those leads and we can convert those leads while the majority of realtors will not. I mean, it's just a proven statistic, they're just not going to. I'll give you a story that just happened yesterday. My son and I went to Foot Locker. He needed to get some red Michael Jordan shoes. Basketball season starting up again. So we walked into Foot Locker, the salesperson came to us. He said, can I help you? I immediately said, no, we're just looking. I didn't want to be bothered initially. I wanted to take my time with my son until we found the perfect pair of Jordans for him, even though I knew I was not going to leave that store until I found the pair for him. So after 5 or 10 minutes of looking, we found a perfect pair for him anyway that he liked, bright red shoes. He's got to be noticed. So as soon as we found them, we called the salesperson back and we said, we'll take these in a size 2. So same thing with real estate. As they're searching on your website, they don't want to be bothered. They want to do it from the comfort of their home. And like I said, the great thing is most agents are not going to follow up with those particular leads. So to kind of give you a small preview of what we do here at VIP Realty, we'll probably give you 90% of it, and you know we got to keep some secrets to ourselves, obviously. But the first rule that we have is we have to call the lead within 15 minutes, no exception. So the sooner you contact the lead, your conversion rates skyrocket. It's not even close. So if you call within 15 minutes, and preferably while they're still on your website, your conversion rates are just astronomical. NAR did a study that said that 90% of home buyers will use the first agent that contacts them. It's either 90 or 80%. It's very high. So if you're the first agent to contact that lead, you have a great probability that they will use you. So it's extremely important that as a lead comes in that you follow up immediately. I can't stress that enough. So that's rule number 1. Call them back ASAP. Rule number 2 is we always create a saved search. So instead of using the MLS, whatever board you're a member of, we use our website to send them listings, mainly because we want to gather data on that particular lead. Are they coming back to the website? What are they looking for? What keywords do they enter into a search engine to find us? So all that data is important. So for instance, if we have a lead coming back 4 or 5 times a week for several hours, and they have different searches in different cities, and they have all these awesome folders, if they tell me, Richard, I'm not going to buy, I find that very unlikely. It's just a matter, are they going to use me when they do decide to purchase a home? So that's why we use our website, which we have the best websites on the market, hands down. We stress technology at VIP Realty, so it's very important. So we call immediately. We create a saved search, not from the board, but from our websites. Number 3, we set up a drip email campaign. We have different campaigns that we use, whether it's short-term or long-term, depending on how that conversation went. When we call the lead, we want to know their urgency. How soon are they looking to move? Do they need to sell before they move? Are they in a lease? When is that lease up? All these things, we have a great script, and if you're not in our marketplace, we'll be happy to share it with you. There's no issues there. So call immediately, create a saved search, set up a drip email, and let's see. Also in the drip emails, one thing that we started doing that's helped us tremendously is we're incorporating video emails. So the majority of home buyers, when they get online, they're going to go to about 4 or 5 other websites besides ours or yours. That's why it's so important that we keep up to date with technology. We have the best IDX searches, radius, polygon search, neighborhood data, street view, everything you could imagine is on our website. So we want every tool, so if they do go to another website, they always find their way back because we have the best tools available for their home search. So it's very important that you keep your website up to date as well. So anyway, back to the video emails. If these prospects are going to 3 or 4 other websites, instead of you just sending canned content like everyone else, we want to be different, okay? So we will send out video emails within that canned content so we can stand out. We want to differentiate ourselves from our competitors. So something as simple as doing video emails helps tremendously. Again, it goes back to lead conversion. And lastly, we want to set up a reminder. As we stated earlier in the video, most home buyers, it's a process, it's not an event. So if they're not going to move for 3 to 4 months, we have to follow back up with a reminder. So we'll set up a reminder on our lead management system to have a future call date. Very important. So that's just a quick synopsis on how we handle a lead. Again, lead conversion is the most important thing, at least in our office, because lead generation is not an issue. We're the most dominant internet marketing brokerage in the state of Texas. And the reason we focus so much on the internet is because NAR statistics say that 90% of all home buyers and home sellers start their search online, and that's where we want to be. While we do radio campaigns, TV campaigns, direct mail, many other things in regards to lead generation, the internet is where it's at. I highly recommend it. If you have any more questions, feel free to shoot me an email or IM me via Facebook. Always happy to share ideas with different realtors and brokerages across the nation. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.